Greetings and salutations, welcome back to another EU4 beginner tutorial game with RedBstrd as Delhi. Where we last left our nation, we don't have much manpower and we have a chance of rebels rising up. We've upset a lot of people around us, but we're a pretty big influential Indian nation and we do throw around a lot of diplomatic might. We've got several allies, Baluchistan and Bengal. And we've got some subjects under us, Mewat and Bangladesh. And we're going to try befriending other people. In this case, Bamanis is a big power, so we're going to tell them that we are friendly, we seek an alliance with them. And we're going to use our final diplomat to improve relations with our second subject, Mewat. And Mewat, we can try integrating into our country in 2 years. Well, just over 2.5. And why do we want to do that? Well, if we control this territory, we directly get all the taxes from it. We get all the trade power, we get all the gold that's produced. We can decide whether there's forts or not. We'll inherit their armies, and each vassal that we have is taking up one of our diplomatic slots. So if we integrate in Mewat, we will have the strength of that province, and then we could get an alliance, as we will only have 3 out of 4 relations. Or we can pick up a new vassal to replace the one we've lost. Okay, secrets in our alliance. Ambassadors and diplomatic envoys often double as spies. And we believe that a diplomat from one of our allies is actually a spy. So do we arrest him and anger Bengal? Of course not. Do we request they be replaced and lose some diplomatic power? That doesn't sound fun. Or do we just let him do his business? Of course. Why? Well, if Bengal really is spying on us, they're our ally. They're not going to be doing something nefarious with that spy power. They might be building up a spy network, if they really are, if we're right on that suspicion. The only reason that they would be doing that is if you're spying against another country, you're either trying to study their technology, which would happen later in the game, or the larger your spy network in a country, the less you upset them when you do something aggressive. Okay, plague. There's a plague in our country. We can declare that we need to do something to help and lose some money, or we can let one of our provinces, Latiana, suffer. And we're gonna pay the money. We got plenty of cash. That would have given 25% more autonomy, so we would have lost 25% more taxes and base production and manpower. Well, not the taxes, because our Demi here treated autonomy as 0 in regard to taxes. We've lost manpower, and that's an issue for us. We don't have a lot of spare men. Okay, so we've captured Dundar. And we'll just wait till the 1st of the month when the diplomats have done their business for the month. Okay, Ramadan has come out. We can fast and gain piety, or we can ignore it and lose piety. We want to commit to piety. I've got diplomat back. Let's sign peace with Dundar. We want their province, which will upset people a little, and 3 different nations might join into a coalition against us. But they're all really small, so I don't think that's going to happen. So they lost 3,000 men when we killed their army. We lost 750, most of them to attrition while we were sieging out their fort. That tells us you asked for their money and took their province. So again, we went to court to bring down this overextension. And as always, there's separatism, so this province could eventually revolt against us. And those rebels are working together with the rebels here. So that's not good. But we can support 1,000 more troops. Let's get another unit of infantry. So Jaisalmer still likes us, and they would agree to become our vassal. Now, we have 4 out of 4 relations. And that is a soft cap, meaning we can exceed it, but it's going to come at a cost. So why don't we do that? Let's make Jaisalmer our ally. Throw him an alliance. And what is this going to cost us when we go over? If they agree, we just saw this event, so again, we are going to just let them get spy power if they really want it. Now we're going to alert that we have 1 more relation than we're allowed, and it's going to cost us 1 diplomatic power each month. That's fine. We're making quite a lot because our ruler is excellent in diplomacy. We've got some cash. Why don't we hire an advisor to help us out with administration? We can't afford this guy, but we could afford either of these 2. We can either get prestige, and that might be kind of nice because we're trying to maximize prestige. We got rebel problems, though, and that's a major issue. So let's hire this guy who reduces unrest. So we paid a one-time fee, and now we'll be paying a little over $1 a month for his upkeep. But in exchange, we get 1 administrative power per month. 1 second. Sorry, I wanted to clear my throat there for better vocal sound quality. And he gives us his passive effect that all of our provinces have 2 less unrest. So that'll be fewer problems from rebels. And Jaisalmer, now that their ally is offering us a royal marriage, we'll take it, because it brings us closer together. They're actually really upset over all of our conquests. And let's give them military access to our country. Let's send them a gift. Proclaim a guarantee over them. As an ally, we're obligated to defend them anyway, but this just ups the stakes. If we tell them no, we'll lose more prestige. And let's ask them for some of their trade power. And that's about as good as we can make relations for the time being. So it's not good enough, our relations are not good enough to where we could diplomatically vassalize them. It's going to take some time for them to get over the fact that we have rampaged through central India. But eventually they will get over it. In the meantime, let's try to spread the Renaissance a little bit more. Now we're up to almost 70% of the way. We'll need between 5 and 6 more times doing that. Although I think I'm going to keep all of our, I'm going to save all of our military technology, because we really don't want to fall behind on military technology. And now we've got an alert that we could build some more buildings. But we're not making much money, so I'm just going to leave our money on the treasury, wait till we recover from the wars. High risk of Kashmiri separatists. Let's march these guys up to Kashmir, give them a general. And our subject is facing a rebellion. We're obligated to protect them. Otherwise, these rebels could break free and return this province to Mewar. We don't have a general here, so you can see we've got no leader, we're getting no bonuses, they're getting bonuses, but we've got the numbers on our side, so we'll just crush them and return to our province. And our troops here are sufficiently capable of stomping out these rebels. Since the unrest is 0 or lower, these rebels are losing 10% of their progress each month automatically. Okay, Kandesh is fighting to get their independence. Where's Kandesh? Right here. Kandesh is fighting to get their independence from Gujarat, which seems kind of bold. But it appears that Bagalana and Kandesh are both were subjects of Gujarat, and they allied together to overthrow their overlord, and they sought foreign assistance in doing so from Bamanis and Sindh. But I think they're going to win, and Gujarat is going to hurt in this war. They're going to feel the pain. Okay, we have an excellent minister whose policies are going to benefit us. So do we apply those bonuses to stability, get some prestige and administrative power, or do we get some military bonuses? Well, it's going to give us 25 prestige. And right now we're trying to get 50 prestige, and if we do it, we get stability. So let's do that. So right away we got 1 stability, 25 prestige, 40 administrative power, and then we completed our mission and got a 2nd point of stability for free. That's going to give us all sorts of bonuses. I like it. And we have to decide upon a replacement mission. So we could incorporate Mewat into our country, because we're planning on doing that anyway. And if we do that, we will strengthen our diplomatic potential temporarily. So Mewat, we're improving relations with the goal of annexing them into our country. We'll just wait on that. Jampur has claimed Dundar. You can't have it though. It's not yours. Oh hey, we can start fabricating a claim here. We do have a truce with them, because they were part of that other war that we were in. But if we're patient, we could potentially take this province. I just want to look around at the diplomatic situation. Ming remains dominant power in East Asia. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Ayutthaya and Nanjing are powerful in the Thailand, Indochina region. No one has emerged as dominant power in Burma. And the Indian subcontinent remains split between all of the usual people, with us as the rising star. Timurids seem to be resilient, but they haven't expanded much. They've been rather passive, and that's surprising. Particularly because their ruler, you can see when we click on him, tells us his personality. He's a militarist. He seeks to expand aggressively at the expense of his neighbors, and is far more likely to go to war. Okay. Anyway, we have an event here, blasphemy. So one of our government officials went abroad, has come back, and is saying some things that indicate that he is a blasphemer, might even be an atheist. What do we do with him? We can reprimand him, lose some prestige, lose some piety. Again, we want to commit to the direction we've gone. We want piety. So we're going to burn the guy at the stake. Gives us a little bit more piety, if we weren't already maxed. Yeah? Is that so, bud? Sorry, cat is being vocal. And it costs us a little bit of diplomatic power. But, what do you do? Okay, we've suppressed down all of our Kashmiri rebels, so let's get these guys back on Kangra. And hopefully they can do that same thing here. So you can see, when they arrive, that we get a bonus. It's here in green, meaning that's a good thing. Friendly troops are reduced in the unrest by 3. So you can see every 4 troops you have reduces the unrest in the province, with a maximum of 20 troops can be doing that. And now the unrest is 0 every month. The Kangri separatists will disband 10%. That's really nice. So then our only rebels will be down here, and we can move our entire army down to these 2 provinces and try to keep them from doing anything. We should be using some of our points here. So close to getting the Renaissance. Again, I'm not going to spend our military power on it. Okay, stop attacking those cords, bud. That will not end well for either of us if you attack my computer cords. Okay, we're at 88% of the way done. And there's some war breaking out here. What's that over? Okay, so Multan is allied to Gujarat. So Multan is trying to help them put down this independence war. That's good. I like to see all the people around us that are potential threats fighting each other. Now, if only Jampur would do something stupid and have to fight a bunch of people that are not us, and Timurids would die in a fire. Okay, we've gotten rid of all the rebels here in Kangra, at least for the moment. So we're going to move the troops down here to deal with the most likely source of an uprising. Now, our troops are no longer suppressing them. There's a small chance each month that they will organize, but their unrest, there's only a 0.3% chance that they're going to make any progress towards organizing. So just mathematically, we can't expect a revolt. It just does the math and says in 278 years, you'll probably expect to see a revolt. But by then, the separatism will be gone. So, we're okay. And now that we've cored some stuff in the Jaipur region, we can get state administration over it. So let's do that. Costs us a little bit of money, but again, it's going to drop this autonomy down. And we have to spend some points to get real cores on it. Actually costs a lot because this is a valuable province. Let's see if the states want to give us anything. Well, now the Dhimmi are less loyal to us. So what can we do to make them more loyal? Well, we can agree to tax them less. They'll gain 25 loyalty and a bit more influence, 10 more influence. So let's do that. It gives every province controlled by the Dhimmi 15% more autonomy. So, yeah, that's not ideal. But it reduces the cost of our technology by 10%. So I like that. And we probably will see an uprising here. Unless we're really lucky. Okay, now we've got our relations with Maywat up above 190. So we can call back that diplomat and start annexing them into our country. That's going to be an even more drain on our diplomatic power. Okay, Timurids are attacking Multan. So this will be interesting. I don't know what to expect out of it. But one thing I do know is that we have the spy power here. We can get a claim on Hedoti and call this guy back. Now I'm wondering how many of Multan's allies would be willing to protect them. Jampur would be willing to do so. So we're going to wait and see how this turns out. Multan is asking for the rights to move through our country. Ladakh, this Timurid vassal, is asking for the rights to move through our country, and we're going to agree. And why are we going to agree? Because the ideal situation for us is if Multanis and Jampuris are fighting against Timurids and Ladakhis and kill each other off. The more they fight, the weaker they will be. So, have at it, boys. Our heir, Said Khidr, is a zealot. So when he comes to power, now that he's 15, he gets his trait. And if he comes to power, after 10 years he'll get a second one, and 15 years after that he'll get a third one. So it's easier for him to convert stuff. That's not really something we care about. Okay, Bengal is attacking Orissa. And we've gotten this information because we have Bengal marked as a nation of interest. Bengal's our ally, so we wish them luck. And Jampur is moving troops through our country to engage in battle with the Timurids. And we hope they both kill lots of people. Okay, we have integrated Maywat into our country. They're small. That didn't take much effort. And now we get to pick a new mission. So one of these is Conquer Gird, convert Maywat, or stay at peace long enough for us to get our manpower back. None of these seem super attractive to me, so we're just going to hold off and see if anything new pops up. See if we were to invade Multan, if Jampur would protect him. They would still. Let's wait to see how these battles turn out. Okay, Delhi, our country, gets a modifier. Okay, the Sultan is sick, and somebody needs to run the country while he's being sick. Who should we let to it? Well, we can let our emirs or nobility, and we'll have to reward them by giving them a reduction on taxes for the next 10 years, but they'll be more loyal, they'll be happy with this. Or we can give the cities more control. We have to give more autonomy away each month for the next 10 years, and buddy up to the merchant guilds. I think we're going to befriend our nobility. Now that they're more loyal to us, we can actually ask them for stuff. Because again, we want our loyalty at least 40 to maintain these minimal bonuses. Let's ask them for military support. We get 100 military points from them, making it much sooner that we're going to get our military technology. Speaking of technology, just keep an eye on when we can further. Ooh, Jaisalmer isn't sending us trade power. Let's renegotiate that agreement. And now we've got some free diplomats. We could potentially fabricate some claims and try to invade Garwal, but we don't have a lot of men. And we've upset a lot of people, so let's just improve relations with our friends. So we're friends with Baluchistan, we're friends with Jaisalmer. Next is going to be Bengal, and we'll try to become friends with Omanis a little bit more. Let's keep an eye on this. Oh, we need to acquire that province. And since we did inherit the army of Mewat, we have too many troops, and that's a drain on our economy. But we've got a treasury, so we'll just make the best of it. And we can see Timurids and Jampuris killing each other. That is beautiful. I'm curious if we were to invade Multan right now, if Jampur would still be willing to protect them. It would. Crazy. One of my worries is that if the Timurids are victorious, and I think they're going to be, they're winning the war, I can see their troops clearly got more troops and are overrunning Multan. I'm wondering if we're going to be next. Demi and the Emirs. Many among our Muslim Emirs, our nobility, have been voicing complaints what they feel is an unjust and unfair favoring of infidels inside of our government. What do they think that? Okay, so do we side with them and upset our dhimmi and upset the people of Batiana? Or do we side with our dhimmi and tell our nobility and our clergy to take their complaints elsewhere? Well, I think we're gonna have to side with our emirs and ulama, sadly. Now our dhimmi is a little upset at us. Can we do anything else to help them out? Well, we could give them some more land, possibly. Conquered this stuff. It's got a little bit of revolt. Why don't we give that to our dhimmi? Let's give this to our dhimmi. Now our dhimmi's above 60 again, so we get this bonus to technology cost. And they're less influential, so they can't bring down our technology costs as much as they were able to before. Maybe let's give them another province. Here, have that. I'm going to try developing the spread, the Renaissance. We're at 94%. So once more. Jaisalmer is attacking Sindh. Okay, our diplomat got back, so let's improve relations with Bengal. Chaos all around us. Except for up here. It's just like, wow, you guys are crazy. We're just gonna chill. Yeah, Multan is getting wrecked. So we could potentially invade Jampur right now. See how large their army is. Still 20,000 men, so hopefully there's going to be another battle. Okay, time of need. Dynasty of our noble sultan, or monarch, the Lodi dynasty, is certainly a powerful one. Through Balal I, our monarch, they rule our nation and will do so for many years to come. However, even the great are sometimes in need for help. We can ask the Malik of Baluchistan to send us assistance because his wife, Roshanara, is the daughter of our own royal house and an invaluable contact. So we can ask for some help. We want to ask for administrative points. We want to ask for diplomatic points. Do we want to ask for military points? We could ask for some manpower from them, or we could turn it all down and get some prestige. We want some manpower. There's no guarantee that they'll give us any, but if they have some. Jampur, now is not the time you wouldn't be fabricating claims on me. Okay, helping hand. We get 2,000 manpower. Baluchistan came through for us, and our opinion of them improves. Good. Good for them. And this is 31 minutes in, so I'm going to stop this video. Thank you for watching.